Welcome back. Today I am here with you explaining the brief knowledge about the 1970 penny value guides. In this video we will discuss about the history, feature, values and rare errors of 1970 penny. Let's get started. There is hardly to find a collector who doesn't own at least one of the Lincoln pennies produced since 1909. These coins stayed unchanged by 1958 when the U.S. Mint started issuing the Lincoln Memorial Penny Collection with a different reverse. History of the 1970 Lincoln Penny. The intriguing Lincoln Penny history started in 1909 when this coin type replaced the Indian head pennies. Like modern versions, these first pieces had engraved VDB, the designer's initials. Since they were oversized, most Americans didn't like such swagger, and the U.S. Mint quickly removed them. After almost a decade of using the original design without initials, they appeared again in the 1918 penny for short. Interestingly, VDB engraving was the only design change on the Lincoln penny reverse by 1958. That year, the U.S. Mint replaced ears of wheat with Lincoln Memorial to commemorate the president's 150th birth anniversary. These coins became one of the favorite American coinage, and their minting continued by 2008. The Lincoln penny's metal composition has also changed several times. First pennies contained 95% copper. The first change was made during World War II when the U.S. Mint used zinc-plated steel to strike coins in 1943. After 1982, modern pennies had 97.5% zinc with added copper because of high copper prices that made Lincoln's penny production unprofitable. Features of the 1970 Lincoln penny. You can see the inscription "In God We Trust" above the president's head, while the issue date is on the coin's right side, in front of the bust. The word Liberty is on the left, behind Lincoln's back. If you have a 1970 penny from the Denver or San Francisco Mint, you will also see letters D or S. In 1952, the U.S. Mint decision-makers thought about redesigning the Lincoln cent. However, removing Lincoln from the coin obverse was not an option, probably for political reasons. The corresponding mint mark is struck below the date. The Memorial penny reverse's central motif was the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The designer reduced the original 1-cent denomination and placed it under the Memorial. On the top rim, you can also read the inscription United States of America. The traditional slogan E Pluribus Unum was located just above the famous building. 1970 Lincoln Penny Value Guides. Even though well-preserved 1970 pennies are common, they are typically worth more than their face value. Plus, some pieces won a premium price at auctions. 1970 No Mint Mark Lincoln Penny. The Philadelphia Mint issued 1,898,315,000 Lincoln pennies without the mint mark in 1970. Since they are abundant, most cost less than $1. The only exceptions are coins with red toning that can reach up to $150 on the market. The most expensive is the 1970 MS67 Plus RD Lincoln penny, sold in 2014. It was paid $4,406.25 at Heritage Auctions, winning the auction record. 1970 D Lincoln penny. The Denver Mint produced 2,891,438,900 Lincoln pennies with the D mint mark in 1970. Since a high number still exists, their value is about 30 cents. Some specimens in the highest grades can cost about $40 to $400, depending on their color. One of the most precious red pieces won the auction record in 2016 when one collector paid $2,820 for it at Heritage Auctions. 1970s Lincoln penny. While the 1970s large date penny costs only 56 cents, you should set aside almost $65 for the 1970s small date penny variation. As always, the most expensive are cons with beautiful red toning. The most expensive piece with the large date was sold on eBay in 2019 for $1,500. On the other hand, the variation with the small date reached $2,464 at a David Lawrence RC auction in 2008. 1970s proof Lincoln penny. One collector paid an impressive $18,400 for the one with the DCAM contrast at Heritage Auctions in 2005. As for the pennies with the large date, one collector paid $2,530 for a beautiful red specimen in 2003. The most expensive was the one with the DCAM contrast, which reached $3,220 at Heritage Auctions in 2002. 1970 Lincoln penny errors. The mints produced pennies in bulk, so many came with different errors. However, the 1970 Lincoln penny is well known after one specific imperfection from the San Francisco Mint. Talking to errors, we have 1970 SDDO Lincoln penny. The double die error coin is the rarest penny produced in 1970, so you can expect it to be valuable. Doubling is apparent in inscriptions in God we trust, in liberty, and you can see it with the naked eye. The red-brown piece was paid $9,500 in 2018, while the least desirable brown specimen won the auction record in 2013 with a price of $3,675. Thanks for watching this video. Follow us to get more video like this. Thank you.